Good day. I am filming this video outside my good friend Tyler's house because Tyler usually does my storytelling videos with me. But today, I shall do them alone because he is away. So the story began years and years ago, back when steaks were first invented. Not like steaks like from cows, but these kind of steaks that are used for old homes and barn houses. So this story is very ancient. It's years and years old. Back when butterflies and dragonflies roamed the earth. To this day, butterflies and dragonflies still roam the earth, but we call them by different names. Back then, we called dragonflies Hukasha, and we called butterflies Mulala. So, the dragonflies and the butterflies, they got together, and they started talking amongst one another. A lot of people don't understand that butterflies and dragonflies have a very intense relationship. They do not mate because it is impossible for the two to mate. But they do talk to each other all the time, because in the daytime, they are the only two that roam about the earth very consistently. For instance, I am looking at a garden right now, and I am looking at dragonflies. There's got to be at least 4 or 5 of them. And I don't see any butterflies. But usually they are together. And I think the reason they are together is because they usually talk, and they come up with plans to do things. So long ago in a kingdom called Valbruja, stole that from somewhere, I don't know where. In Valbruja, the dragonflies and the butterflies decided to join forces and go to war with the Jaguar clan. Stuck on the whole Jaguar clan thing. So anyway, so the dragonflies and the butterflies decided to go to war with the Jaguars. And the people in the village and the country of Rabuha, Young Frankenstein, that's where I stole it from, decided to interfere. And they said, butterflies and dragonflies, you cannot go to war with the Jaguars. It is murderous. You know, you can't contend with the Jaguars. They're brutal murderers. Like, we've tried several times to defeat the Jaguars. It is impossible. Yet, you are only butterflies and dragonflies. You can't go up against the Jaguars. But the butterflies and the dragonflies waved them off, and they said, "Ha ha, you don't understand. We have certain powers that you can never fathom. Step out of our way, feeble humans." So the humans stepped out of the ways of the dragonflies and the butterflies, and they allowed them to go to war with the Jaguar clans. And to the humans' surprise, the butterflies and the dragonflies did quite well against the Jaguars. In fact, they did so well that they drove the Jaguars from the land. And most of this is mythology, and nobody really understands how they did this. And you know, of course, dragonflies and butterflies never talk to people about how they defeated the Jaguar clans. So it's a very mysterious topic. And to this day, the humans have constantly came up with theories about how the dragonflies and the butterflies did this to the Jaguars and drove the Jaguars out of the country of Rabluha. So we may never know. One theory that the humans came up with is that the dragonflies and the butterflies both joined forces and they buzzed around every jaguar, driving jaguars mad to the point where jaguars could no longer think. And they did this day after day after day. Every time the jaguars were awake, the butterflies and the dragonflies would fly in front of its eyes and up its nose and into its mouth. And finally, the jaguar said, "I can't handle this anymore. I have to leave." So they left for Abluha forever. But that is just one theory. Another theory that humans have is that dragonflies, and many people believe this, including my friend Trevor from summer camp, he believed that dragonflies had mystical powers to the point where he had dragonfly tattoos on his body, and he wanted to get more dragonfly tattoos. And I worked the ropes climbing course and the rock climbing courses with Trevor during summer camp. And whenever it was about to rain, this is really interesting. A lot of people don't know this about dragonflies. When it was about to rain, the dragonflies would land on top of the highest rope in the ropes course, and they would all be facing a certain direction for the most part. If I remember correctly, they were all aligned in the same direction, kind of like cows lay down in the field before a storm. And they would all lie on the top rope. And they would just sit there. They wouldn't flutter their wings or anything. They would just sit there and wait for the storm to come. Another thing, if you spend as much time outside as I do, whenever you see a rainstorm about to hit, dragonflies, you could see them in clusters of 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 to 70 dragonflies, and they just fly in patterns. And I talked to one person about this once, and they said it was because there are more insects that rise to a certain level before a rainstorm or a thunderstorm, and that's when these dragonflies do their eating before a storm or before a heavy rain. So that's also very interesting. But you'll see them fly together in clusters of, anywhere from like 20 to 70. One time I saw, must have been over 100 dragonflies together on my way to Halo to my dog rescue volunteering. But anyways, so no one really knows the true answer behind how the dragonflies, story boys. So no one really understands the real reason for how the dragonflies and the butterflies defeated the Jaguar clan. Infra Bruja. Hope everyone's having a great day, great Sunday. Chiefs, Texans, Watson versus Mahomes. That is the future of quarterbacks. And I'm saying that in the year 2019, by 2024, they'll be the masters. All right, guys, have fun. Peace. Have a good weekend. Later.